brothers are out here, black men out here, we are out here catching all kind of L's. And we've been catching L's for 60 years. And I'm not talking about on an individual level. I'm talking about as a collective, as a group. We have been catching L's for 60 damn years. And quite frankly, I am sick and tired of catching L's. And I know we got the manosphere out here whose original purpose was to address these 60 plus years of L's that we've been catching. But here's one thing that is perfectly clear since the emergence of the black manosphere is we're still catching them L's. That's exactly what we're doing out here, no matter what. Ain't that right, white boy? Yeah. We are catching L's, and it doesn't even matter that the manosphere has developed because we're out here still catching these L's. I have been saying for the longest time, actually for the last couple of months, and I'm going to probably hound on it today, and this is not me switching sides or simping and all this other bullshit. This is me telling the truth. Black men out here as a collective, I'm not talking about us individually, so give me a second though. Black men as a group, we are the biggest fucking bunch of cowards walking around. We are afraid of our own damn shadow. We are afraid of everything. We're afraid to talk. We're afraid to speak our piece. We are afraid to correct somebody. We're afraid to stand on our square. And it doesn't matter who it is. Anybody in this country can come on in and get them a piece of a black man. If you want to make your bread, if you want to get your cred, all you got to do is come in and square up against a brother and you will get your cred because the brothers aren't strong enough, got enough backbones. Their balls ain't big enough, ain't deep enough, ain't furry enough to sit there and not allow this bullshit to continue. The bullshit I'm talking about is the complete and utter annihilation of our public image. And I know for a fact that, I'm not for a fact, but I know we've had plenty of brothers out here, and as my buddy Hamp from This Might Be Risky podcast says, God bless the dead, but Kevin Samuels did the best he could. He did the best he could, and there was some marginal gains being met out here that was starting to happen. And then as soon as the brother wasn't even at a funeral home before all of that crap started coming unraveling. And we're out here catching L's. We won't stand up to, we're too scared to stand up on our job. We're too scared to stand up in our community. We're too scared to stand up to our own damn women. And then we're out here complaining about we're even too scared to stand up against lesser black men. We are afraid to stand up to the duster bunnies that our women are selecting that's helping participate in the annihilation of our cultural ethnic image. And let me tell you guys something. Let me be perfectly clear. The trashing of our collective ethnic image in this country isn't something that is in the process of being destroyed. The crap has already been destroyed. And we are not strong enough out here to stop the bleeding, to triage this stuff, chop the limb off, to put a tourniquet on it, burn the new end to stop the bleeding and heal so we can move forward. We're not strong enough to do that shit. And this stuff with Will Smith and Jada, this is not about Will Smith and Jada no more. This is about the overall symptom of what's going on with black men as a collective. It doesn't seem to be a single solitary incident in this country that can happen to black men that black men won't get off their ass and finally fight back. black men are kind of like, we're kind of like the Chicago Bears, the NFL team, the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears has a past history of being strong, tough, efficient, feared, and respected because they handle business. So to a degree, when you see the symbol of the Chicago Bears or when you see their uniform, your initial nonverbal emotional response is, oh my God, those are the Bears. But then when you line up to compete against them suckers, anybody can run over them. A Pee-wee football team can run over the Chicago Bears. They're the weakest, wimpiest team in the NFL. So who is the weakest, wimpiest team in American culture? Black men. I'm not talking about us as an individual. And let me be clear, there are individual black men who are out here winning. But what does that do for the collective image? What does that do for the cultural respect? What does that do for how people engage us, treat us, and not be ashamed to stand next to us? Just because we got a few brothers out here, actually quite more than a few brothers out here on an individual level that is holding frame, who aren't afraid, who are respectable. Those of us that are supposed to be the better versions of us, you know what we do when we get our stuff together? We go out and we kind of segregate ourselves into our own corner. And we bury our head and we pretend like what's happening to us isn't happening because it's not happening to me specifically, which further allows other people or other entities or other institutions or other things to come in and completely run roughshod. Black men, to a degree, we're nothing more than a $3 prostitute. Everybody can come get some. So I hope I didn't just, offend everybody. And if I did, I really don't give a damn because I am sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of coming out here, and I do have a lot of ammunition to defend black men, but I have a lot of ammunition to defend us on a culture, on an individual level. Yes, the numbers are in our favor. Yes, the CDC came out with a study that proves that black men in general are way better human beings and way more productive than the narrative is. But the thing that we're not doing as black men is that we haven't decided collectively to change the actual narrative about us. We are too afraid to change the actual narrative.
Damn.
Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Somebody come in here and tell me I'm wrong about what I'm saying. I'm not talking about us on an individual level, like the individual black man, the good black man, even the ones that are in the public sphere. I'm talking about our cultural collective image. Our cultural collective image is this. Anybody can come in and give black men the business, and it's okay. Anybody can come in, do what they want to black men, and it's okay. The last time I seen a collection of black men show up for anything was that near racist brawl in Alabama. We'll show up for a fucking fist fight, but we won't show up for the fight that we need to fight. I call that cowardly. We show up for the easy stuff. What about the hard stuff? How about the hard job of getting your woman back in line? How about the hard job of realigning her? You won't do it because you are afraid of her. You won't do it because your mama raised you to be afraid of her. You won't do it because our women can bark loud, scream loud, get in your face, and punk you down like the little puppy dog you actually are. Somewhere along the line, we've made the decision as Black men that anybody can come in and take us. Let me try to be clean about this. We've made the decision somewhere along the line to lay down and just let them have it. There is a whole reason why this country has built multiple systems that is designed to fight against you. You Black men, when we are on our point, which we have not been since 1960, the entire country's political, social, and financial infrastructure was designed to keep you in a subservient, feminized, dependent role. The entire system is designed to hurt you. And our punk ass, let me tell you something. I am proud that a whole goddamn country's infrastructure feels such a way about me that they feel such a way about me that they have to mobilize every weapon that they can possibly find to try to minimize me and my generations to come, my legacy. I'm proud of that because that lets me know who's really to be feared. But the problem is the collective of Black men don't understand that. And then those of us with a public platform, like a Will Smith, puts himself on display for the world to see. Even a Will Smith can get done over by a 5'1", 98-pound hyena. Brothers, whoever will listen to this, or somebody forward it later, or if I chop it up, whoever listens to this, let me tell you something. I'm giving you some news, and all you got to do is just say thank you, TJ. Say thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My position is that the Black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the Black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our Black family structure.
When you try to rebel against the police, like let's just say the police officer is trying to come arrest you, and you rebel against him, he calls for backup, and they come at you with overwhelming force to succumb you. When our women decided to completely rebel against us, where was the overwhelming force to put them back in line? And I don't necessarily even mean physically. So let's get into this whole Jada thing, this Will and Jada thing. And I don't really care about the juicy details. I care about the fact that this is an example. Let me be clear. A Will Smith can't exist without the majority of black men having his mindset. Will Smith is just an individual, but he represents the collective. Will Smith is more common amongst black men than you guys want to give credit to. Let's hear what our good brother Kevin Samuels has to say about it.
Become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Squeaky clean image. Women love you around the world, and this is what's going on in your house. Your wife is in love with a dead man.
And you are sitting there doing nothing about it. You accepted it. You knew this crap before you even married the woman, but you just had to have this.
Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think my mommy you are alive. Become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Squeaky clean image. Women love you around the world, and this is what's going on in your house. Your wife is in love with a dead man. Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so me and my mommy can be happy? I wish you were here. I really do. Tupac got killed in what, 95, 96? Willow never met Tupac. Why is this little girl writing a letter to Tupac? Why is Will Smith's daughter writing a letter to Tupac?
How, forget being a black man. Men who have daughters. Having a daughter for a guy. You think the woman he's in love with, it has a special place reserved in his heart, in his soul, and on his conscience, and in his blood? A man with a daughter? If y'all don't know, y'all don't know. And this man's daughter, his little, precious, innocent, naive daughter, is writing a Dear John letter to a man she knows nothing about, has never seen, wasn't even in the world when this man was in the world. This little girl, this precious little girl at the time, is writing a letter begging a dead man to find his way back so her and her mother can be happy. Fathers, men who are fathers of daughters, if you're in the home with this daughter, you know, holding this daughter, feeding this daughter, loving on this daughter, and then you see something like this. And this should have been the wake-up call. That's how bad this is. But because black men, too many black men were just soft, for a lack of a better word, and cowardly. This behavior is cowardice. It is cowardice. And I'm not saying to brothers out here that you don't show your woman grace and mercy when she messes up. But this crap right here, this stuff, you turn my daughter, my little bitty daughter, you turn my little 7, 8-year-old daughter to to long for somebody that's not her father, who's not alive, who she's never met. You did that to my daughter? Shit.
What is being said in that house to get this little girl not writing Santa Claus, not writing the Easter Bunny, writing Tupac?
That's the question. That's the question. Yes, what was said, all of that. But for me as a man, more importantly, what did you do? You effing coward. And when black men show cowardice behaviors like this, to accept this, this is the enemy in the inside your own home, and you got an enemy in your home that's there to rob, steal, and kill your family, not even necessarily literally. And what you do as a man, you go make the enemy a turkey sandwich, a bag of chips, and bring them some Kool-Aid and serve it to them on a tray. And talking about, here you go, big fella. And by the way, put your feet up on my coffee table, and here's the remote control. Black men, I am sick and tired of watching us get dominated. Dominated by everybody. And be the first ones out here hollering about, I want some respect. Respect me, respect me. You got to respect me. My number one currency is respect. How in the hell is somebody who gets dominated supposed to be respected? If I'm too heavy tonight, this afternoon, y'all, tell me. If I'm too heavy, tell me. Somebody tell me. Come on up and tell me. People don't like coming up and talking to me. I guess they say I'm too harsh. Or I'm too direct, I'm too blunt, too bold, or whatever. Come on up and tell me. I didn't drop the link. If what you think I'm saying about black men is wrong, come tell me. I'm a black man saying this. As an individual, am I a coward? No. Can somebody come in my home and run roughshod over me? No. Can my woman be pining after a dead man and I accept that crap? Hell no. But that's just me on the individual level. That's just me on the individual level. I am still viewed as the weak, pussified monster that Will Smith is. I'm viewed in the same vein as a Will Smith. I'm viewed like Will Smith and the fucking Pookie and Ray Ray in the hood. I'm viewed through the eyes, through both of them. When I interact with my own black women, I gotta overcome that crap for my own damn black woman. When she should know better. But I'm 45. Most black women that are in my age range and younger have never seen or witnessed a true dog. I'm not talking about the sleep around and low character man. I'm talking about a true male black man, 10 toes down dog. Ain't never seen it in action. Let me tell you guys what happened yesterday. I have I guess you can call lady friend. She going through some garbage, some very serious garbage. She come to me telling me the garbage. And here's the thing. She says, I need your advice. I need some help. Ladies, even gentlemen, if you don't want to hear what the fuck I got to say, don't ask me. Because you might not like what you're going to get back. I listened to this story. The story started out with this woman telling me that she had mentioned something to her 10-year-old son. And I let her tell me for 15 minutes. I said nothing. Listen to the entire story. When I thought she was done, I said, "Are you done?" Yes. I said, "Okay." I said, here's my assessment. First, stop talking to your son. I'm not sitting there saying, I'm not sitting here saying that they're telling all her business to her son, but I said, stop mentioning stuff to your son. Boys, when boys hear despair in their mother's voice and they know where that despair is coming from, boys will try to go exact revenge for that despair. And I said, I couldn't even get to the point of telling her, you can't tell your boys what's going on. You can't even make a passing comment to your boys because you're going to get your boys hurt. I know how boys are going to act. I know how boys are going to act because I am a boy. I couldn't even get through anything else of her situation because she jumped my ass about the boy. So all she wanted to do was
Talkity talking.
That's all she wanted to do. And trust and believe she ain't nothing but.
And listen to a single mom. It's time to listen to a single mom. I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom. Mom.
And she just blew up at me. And I said to her, you're needing a man's perspective. You won't even let me get through it. I said, I spoke for 5 seconds and you're ready to fight. I said, guess what, chick? You on your own.
Money making is my thing because I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Shout out to the homegirl Alma and I's in the building with.
But these last $2.
With those last $2, shout out Alma and I's. You keep going. You good. Keep going. I love it. I was telling somebody come up and tell me. And Messy Michonne, the good sister in the building. And Messy Michonne is a proud
woman.
Hey, she proud of that shit. I'm here. So to the chat and RBN. What's up, Messy? I'm glad you're over here. So a lot of women. Michonne, she wasn't none of my woman. She was just lady friend who was having some man problems in her own life. And I was trying to assess. She asked for a man's perspective, some help. Try to give her some help. She in some trouble. But motherfuckers don't want to listen. They're not accustomed to listening. A lot of our women are not accustomed to that. But on an individual level, getting back to black men, on an individual level, we're good. Most of us are good. But our public image is trash. And Will Smith is just a symptom of that. Stephen A. Smith did a live stream where everybody's out here begging Jada to stop. Let's take a look at what Will Smith. We're going to get to it. Will Smith responded. We're going to get to the response of Will Smith. He absolutely this whole thing is disgusting. But let's take a listen at what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
That is the creme de la creme of being an author. And I am a New York Times bestseller. So I kind of understand. But that's not the subject that I'm at right now. You see, I have to confess to you that being a Christian, loving God.
First of all, Stephen A., how you going to call somebody a Christian when you just 2 days ago you call Jason Whitlock a fat bastard? I'm just saying.
Certainly not fully enmeshed in spirituality the way that I should be.
You ain't never lied there, brother.
Spiritual individual. I pray every morning. I pray every night. I know there's a higher being, that there's a heavenly Father watching over me. But let's just say I'm trying to get to where he wants me to go. I'm just not there yet. But when it comes to forgiveness, I'm usually that dude. People cross me, don't even have to apologize. They just can come up to me and say, hey, man, can we just squash this? Let bygones be bygones. I'm good, man. Peace is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Ain't no reason to have all this animosity towards everybody and all this other stuff. Really no need for it. But I'm going to say this. It's pretty hard for me to forgive Will Smith. It's not my place. My forgiveness doesn't matter, as does most of ours. Here's what I mean. And if Will Smith is listening, I hope he hears me when I say this. Will Smith, we know you're a good brother. Your body of work speaks for itself, not just as an actor, an artist, etc.
First of all, him having success in you can call it success in the music industry. Him having success in Hollywood, in movies, in pictures and films doesn't make him a good brother. I no longer view him as a good brother, not because of the slap when he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. I don't view him as a good brother because of what he's allowing to happen, what he allowed to happen to his public image, and not just his, but to mine. The perpetual narrative that anybody can come in and get them some from a black man. They can just come in and take it. You need your street cred, go take it from a black man. You need your confidence, take it. You need your confidence back, go take it from a black man. You need to get rich, go take it from a black man. You want to get your row out because you're upset about something, go take it out on a black man. He ain't going to say nothing. He ain't going to do nothing. He ain't going to do nothing but take it. When you get through chewing them up, just give him a pair of Jordans. He'll be okay. Give him a loan so he can get him a Hellcat with some 30-inch rims. He'll be okay. Any man to come out here and tell me that as a collective, that black men are not a bunch of fucking cowards, come on up. Explain yourself to me. Prove to me as a collective that we're not cowardly, that we're not weak, that we're not soft, that we don't have anything to be respectable about. And I'm not talking about you as an individual. Because if our collective image was intact, if our collective cultural ethnic image was intact, our own damn women wouldn't do the things that they're doing. To a degree, I don't blame these ladies. We got the whole goddamn manosphere 2 or 3 months ago coming to the goddamn aid of an ignorant ass white woman. I'm just talking about here on YouTube. We got these so-called, we got guys like Dr. Umar Johnson preaching perpetual bullshit that keep our ladies stuck. We got guys, even though I'm playing a clip from Stephen A. Smith, going out here disrespecting other black men publicly and humiliating them publicly. All of our petty grievances. I am a black man having to admit this shit. That as a collective, the group that I belong to, and let me tell you something. Those of you that sit around talking about, well, that's not fair, that's not fair, that's not fair. You sound like a bitch to me. Elementary school children talk about what's not fair. Grown-ass men find a way to minimize it, change it, or eliminate it. You damn right it's not fair. I'm just sick of it. And Will Smith, what he has done, what he has accepted, we all looking at it from, oh, that just Will. Oh, that just Will. This ain't just Will. Will represents all of us. Tyler Perry giving an interview talking about, oh, black men, if all a black man could do is just pay a light bill, as if black men are out here broke. With every statistical measure, we've known for years now that black men have just earned almost as much money as their white male counterparts. We're about $6,000 or so apart. That's nothing when you factor in the taxes they take out. The average white man and the average black man are bringing home almost the same goddamn paycheck. And we got Tyler Perry, who's a damn billionaire, talking about, well, if a brother can just, pay a light bill, and we let him get away with that shit. I don't care what bigger point he was trying to make. Just the damn narrative that we continue to perpetuate that brothers are not up to snuff. That can happen when your cultural ethnic image is trash. Sorry for these pauses, boy. I'm over here the more and more I think about this shit, I'm getting myself all worked up over here. Y'all go tell a few brothers, share this with a few brothers and say thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Say thank you to the black man for saying what I'm saying. You ladies, sisters in the chat, go ahead and thank me. Because to a degree, not everything you guys are saying about us is fucking wrong. So go ahead, ladies in the chat, do me a favor.
Acknowledge me.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Shout out to Messy Michonne in the
I'm a
building
black woman.
with the $20 super sticker. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do. Where Theo at?
Bang! Bang! It's good!
He was just live, so I want to know why come, listen at me. Why come he not over here? Why come he not over here?
But as a humanitarian, your heart's in the right place. We know that. And to engage in condemnation about Will Smith as a person into perpetuity would be wrong and cruel. But what I think you have to respect Will Smith is that it's pretty hard for any black man, any black person, but especially any black man. And I'm not saying that white folks shouldn't be appalled either, like Jim Carrey spoke out against them along with various others. And I agree with Jim Carrey. I might have had him arrested. I wouldn't have had him arrested. I would have tried to whip his ass. But somebody else, I can understand how they would have won. I think we were both kind of just still.
And hold on a second. And you said they're talking about you would have whooped Chris Rock's. You would have whooped Will Smith's ass. Chris Rock. Let me tell you something. Emotionally, I understand that fucking narrative to do that. But what Chris Rock did in that moment, and a lot of people talk about what they would have done, what I would have done. You don't know what the fuck you would have done in that situation. Don't none of us know. We can only surmise what we think we would have done. The longer I thought about Chris Rock's response, the longer I thought about how he handled it, the more proud I was of Chris Rock. Because it wouldn't have been just one nigga out of control. It would have been the whole. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
All right. Shout out once again to the good sister Harmonize with the double nickel. Thank you. Always, we got you, king. That's right, I'm a king. Don't forget that. That's my theme song. I'm a king. Don't forget that at all. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. And of course, my sexy is strong. I came in and TJ going off. Yeah, and I'm because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of us being so weak. I always think about stuff and I should have pulled the clip. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think that's his name. You know, I call him the big giant head, the brainiac man, the science man, the black genius science man. I was listening to a clip of him talking about he got thrown off of jury duty, and because the judge asked a question, and Neil deGrasse responded by saying, "Are you asking me if I could be a juror for because off of just eyewitness testimony? And if you're saying that we only got one eyewitness, then I can't convict." And then the judge repeated something back. Then Neil deGrasse Tyson then says, "What I wanted to say in that moment was, you were just an eyewitness to me 30 seconds ago, and you got it wrong, but you want me to convict somebody for something that happened months ago." The fact that he had that thought and did not have the balls to say it because he was correct, is another indication of just how fucking weak we are as black men. We are afraid. We are afraid of everything moving. And we got this persona, don't fuck with a black man, get your ass whooped. Black men are a bunch of pussies. if you can't stand where you on what you need to stand, that's for the betterment of your family, of your culture, of your cultural ethnic image. You are effing pussy.